It is 007
Yeah.
movie. I recently wrote a book about that, and it will be published in September in Germany, and then will go over the world. This book, by the way, is banned in Russia because there are too many secrets which are still vulnerable for Russia. So it is, and also I can tell you that a couple of very important Hollywood producers are very interested to make a movie. So it might be that in 3-4 years we'll have full-blown Hollywood movie thriller based on my book.
Maybe the next 007.
Well, it's not like 007 didn't play piano, you know. He made a lot of interesting things, but he didn't play, really he didn't play piano. He wasn't very talented.
She wants to know, like, if you talk about politics or about the society, and they speak loud for other people, what do you think about that? Like you said, the book was banned in Russia, or do you see other situations?
You know, my dear friends, unfortunately, I cannot tell many compliments to my colleagues because they are mainly, without pointing to names, they are mainly feeling very good with all systems where they are functioning. My Russian colleagues, 99% or 100%, they're pretty satisfied with what's going on, and it's all, you know, because they are sponsored by this regime, they're sponsored by this politics, and it's kind of an agreement. We give you money, you don't talk bad about us. And they all play these games. I never play these games. I never accepted any money from any bands. And what I can say about the new Russian government is a pure bands. And I would never accept a single penny from those people, because as soon as you accept $1 from such person, the next day you have to give something back. And that's how your freedom finishes immediately. I mean, you shake hands and you're already not a free man. So I always felt it very, very sharp. Probably because thanks to my family, because my family was very free. My father was a great Russian painter on the level of the biggest world painters. But he was also died in a very strange circumstances when he was only 47 years old. My mother was very free, strong lady from the pre-revolutionary families, where they didn't accept communism or whatsoever. So we were always living very remote from the reality of Soviet Union. I even don't remember that I was living in Soviet Union. It was like for me, like living somewhere abroad. I mean, I was always feeling, since I was very small, that I live in some foreign country. And when I'll be grown up, I will leave this country. That's how it happened. Unfortunately, about other musicians, I cannot really point some sharp intellectual, free man with a free spirit who would be honest and free and would be criticizing what he's feeling not right and not just in the world. Unfortunately, I don't see such people in my profession. That's a very big pity, because it's an alarming situation. The representative of the fine art on the high level must be the example of a free man. If he's not a completely free man, he's not a true representative of the artist world. He is just a functionary. He is functioned from UK authorities, or Russian authorities, or Japanese authorities, or Chinese authorities, or Venezuelan authorities. You will find from these countries many, which I pointed, many important young artists who are pretending that they're artists, but they're not. They're just representatives of their country. They're just a nice, good expert, nothing else. The real artist is always a lakmus paper, because he is free, and by his profession, it's not even a profession. For them, I'm being an artist. It's not a profession. You're blessed by God, and you have to be in a constant connection with God. You cannot be in connection with the president or whatsoever. Only with God. Who is in connection with the president? They are fakes. I'm sorry.
Do you have any favorite Korean musician or do you know?
Favorite who?
Korean musician.
Favorite Korean musician? I mean, in which field? Folk,
Any
classic?
field. Any field. K-pop, K-pop.
See you.
No, I can't say so.
Or have you worked with any particular, like Sarah Jung or?
Me, Samson? No. I wouldn't want to, until now, to work with anybody from Asian celebrities, because I tell you honestly, for my opinion, it takes another generation or couple of generations when the Eastern culture will link with the West, with the golden Western culture, which is dying, peacefully dying. But I'm positive that a lot of supporters of golden European culture will come from East. But it takes more time. It takes more time for deeper understanding of European culture. Because what now Asian very talented people demonstrating, they're demonstrating wonderful technical skills. They're demonstrating wonderful sound. They're demonstrating wonderful flexibility. They're demonstrating wonderful achievements of having command with their instruments. But what they're not demonstrating is representing the huge history behind the European culture, which is like 2,000–3,000 years. It's not all begun from Mr. Bach 300 years ago. What Bach did, Bach just accumulated and put together French music, Italian music, English music, Greek music, or whatsoever, and just by his enormous ability of working and putting everything and assimilating everything, he created the modern language of modern European, for example, music in this way. But to understand what comes from where, there is not enough one life, one or two generations. It needs to be several generations of, if you wish, cosmopolitan representative from Asia who would be dealing with European art and who would be living in Europe, and for whom Europe would be, European culture would be already so organic, like mother milk. And in this way, they can go deep to the very roots of this culture, and then they can say a new word, moving this culture forward. Until now, these kind of things did not happen. And that, for me, is not satisfying.
Have you heard about Gangnam Style?
Why not? No, I'm a very curious guy, and I hear here and there, and I have 100 eyes and 200 ears, and I hear a lot. Because I need it. I need it for my art. I need a lot of information, as much as possible, from political to social, technological, pop culture, whatever. I take it all like this, and then I start to rearrange everything, and then I think how I can use it in my modern language. Because we are living now almost in the middle of the 21st century. We cannot play like they played 200 years ago or 50 years ago, but 99% all the musicians, they're playing the same and the same and the same. It's like a circle. Blah 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 blah. I mean, the people in Europe already going, for example, for the classical musicians, like in a museum, like a dusty museum. They just listen. Beethoven Sonata, Hammer Clavier, Opus 111. Okay, good. Glass of champagne. Go home. Is it art? I mean, every ingenious concert has to change your life. When you come and meet genius, after the concert, after the first second, after the appearance of the genius in your space, even before he touches his instrument, you already feel the difference in you. And after the great concert, you are a much better person. And your life will never be the same like before the concert. That's the proof that you met a genius.
Right.
Last question.
Oh, sorry.
You want to say anything to your Korean audience?
I love you, my Korean guys. I really do. Because they understand music so well. They feel so well. Their hearts are so musical. The entire folk culture, ancient culture of Korea, it's so melodic. I mean, because of your huge landscapes, you know, your huge horizons and perspectives, you are able to understand the long lines, melodies, like Rachmaninoff's, like Tchaikovsky's, because Russia has also the same landscape. The nature plays the major role in understanding music, because nature is already, receiving these signals of music from the nature, from space, from everywhere, but also from the nature around us. And what I find in Koreans, that's a beautiful understanding of these beautiful long lines. Therefore, it's very easy to make Korean audience to understand the big pieces, like huge symphonies, with the huge ideas and a huge amount of space inside of it. This is very important, because there are many nationalities who are living in different small parts, the lands, you know, with lots of mountains and so on. They don't have it in their blood. I mean, it's all like this, not like this. And this is very bad for music, because 50% of the music is very horizontal, not ornamental. Therefore, you have a great potential. Therefore, I love very much Korean audience. And besides that, I love very much how are you looking. It's my favorite girls and boys are living here.
됐고 여기 정민 지금 빠지고
네.
한 분 정도만 얘기. Can you have a little bit conversation? Yeah.
What do you do? What shall we do?
talk.
We shall just talk and say so. Yes. Shabu shabu is very nice. And kimchi. Oh no. Kalbi and kimchi. Kimchi and kalbi. Oh, so beautiful. Of course I do. I love kimchi. I like kalbi. I like bulgogi. I like all this stuff. Cold? No. After Siberia? Even after Russia. What's the lowest temperature in Seoul? Lowest. The lowest. The minus 30, 40, 50, 60?
20 or 15.
20 or 50?
Yeah.
No, which is relatively mildly warm for, let's say, mid-Russia. 15 they usually going in t-shirts.